Okay, so tonight I wanted to talk about Team Cup because we are getting near the end of September, and I know it takes some people to some time to warm up to the idea of Team Cup, but it is literally like the best thing ever. So if you're on the call, you should probably be on a Team Cup team because that's just kind of like how it goes. Because there is literally nothing to lose with Team Cup. And you might be wondering what it is. So I'm going to kind of go over that, but it's something that Beachbody does twice a year. And it was really weird because usually, like in the past, it's been in August and then it's in like February, but it was weird because like you didn't hear anything about it at all. And then one day they're like, registration opens up tomorrow. And you're like, okay, like what? But I get that they're busy with like the body stuff and the bike stuff. So I'm guessing Team Cup kind of got put like on the back burner. And then they're like, oh crap, we should do this again. So I'm going to share my screen and just do a little presentation about it. Angie's probably the only one I'm laughing because this is a presentation I gave last year and I'm all about reusing, but I updated it. But I laugh because I'm like, yikes, people might, but no one's going to know. Nobody's going to know. Nobody's going to know. I should stop referencing TikTok and Reels all the time. Okay, Team Cup. Here's what it is, my peeps. So what you do, we've got a lot of people on here who have never been around for Team Cup. So what you do is you join together with your team and you essentially create momentum in your business. So you work together side by side to run towards your goals, whatever your goals may be. A little side note I have on here is that Team Cup participants earned 2 times as many Success Club points in February than those not in Team Cup. So it really just helps you kind of get your first. Some of you guys in here maybe only have 1 or 2 challengers. It helps you, or maybe none, that's fine. It really kind of starts that base foundation. If you are a newer coach, to kind of like be mentored by your team captain and to really learn how to gain that momentum, because I think this is Newton's law, an object in motion stays in motion kind of thing. So if you can get that momentum built up now, it is a lot easier going into the next few months. And I'm telling you guys, like October, November, December actually are huge months if you have that momentum, because in December, what is everyone doing? Like, oh crap, the new year's coming around. I got to make my New Year's resolutions. And this is the year I'm going to start working out. This is the year I'm going to start eating healthy. So if you can start building those habits right now and figuring out what it means to do your tracker, you can start kind of failing forward now. Then by, come November, December, January timeframe, you've got all the kinks worked out and you are like running, and it's just nice to build that momentum. So that is kind of a little bit about what Team Cup is. There are 5 people on a team. There's a team captain, and then you essentially work together. So it's individual, right? But you work together to reach some goals because there's different prizes as you advance. And I didn't even put a picture on here. I should have our team last year because I think who else on here? Angie. Yep. Angie and I, there's Jess. Jess is somewhere. I saw her. There she is. Okay. I was trying to like page through. It was Angie, Brittany Need, Ashley Anderson, Jess, and Angie and I said multiple names twice, but we were ranked 2nd in the central region, which still just blows my mind because there were 252 teams like in our category, and we took 2nd place, which just is obscene to me. Like, I don't even know. Like, Jess literally hit Success Club, like literally the night, like at, I don't know, 9 or 10 o'clock at night, the night on the last night of the month. And it was just crazy. And it's just really cool because you rally together, and it always gives me a lot more push. It gives me a lot more, like, it reminds me of why we do this, and it gives me more consistency. So I'm excited because I don't know about you guys, but I've really been struggling this month, and I've probably only done my tracker less than half the time. And this month, which is unusual for me, like, I don't know, probably out of the past, we're in September, out of the past 8 months of the year, I've done my tracker at least 6 times a day. This month, I've maybe been lucky to do it like 3 times a week. I just have been off. So this will get you back on the ball if that's what you need. Okay. So like I said, are you ready to level up your business? Because this will propel it to new heights because you work together, you try new things. I always do like new, innovative, crazy things like how can we stretch ourselves? How can we grow ourselves to take our business to the next level, right? So it's not about like maintaining the minimum here. It's about like, how do we go above and beyond what we're doing? And that's going to look different for all of us, right? But Team Cup is just a way to break out of that comfort zone and to really have a reason to, I don't know why our brains have to have a justification for going after it and really like having a reason to push extra hard. But Team Cup has always been my month to push extra, extra, extra hard. And I think you'll find that too. So what do you have to lose? It really doesn't matter where you're at. You can use this to move forward. I have a lot of people, and I think I'll touch on this a little more too later, but they'll say like, well, I've never even signed up a challenger. So if I sign up on a Team Cup, I'm just going to let someone down, or I'm going to let my team down. It's not about that. And there's literally nothing. There's no cost to sign up. There's no minimums you have to meet. Like, I don't know, or you get fired. I don't know. Like, some people are just so scared to like do Team Cup, but there's literally nothing to lose. Like, the worst that happens is you don't show up and you don't move forward at all. But I hope that even if you pick up one new coaching habit from it, or you get one more ounce of confidence, or you get 1% better in your life, or maybe this is the one thing you need to help you stay doing your workouts every single day, then so be it. You have literally nothing to lose, so you might as well just flip and do it. Okay. So everyone loves free prizes. I picked this photo. Last time I had photos of the prizes, but they haven't told us what the prizes are yet. Again, Beachbody. This is the least prepared I've ever seen Beachbody, which is crazy to me. But again, they are like super into the mixed bike launch because I get that. That's in like 2 days. Whoop, whoop. I'm so ready to get my bike. Oh, I'm not even asking Shane. I'm just doing it. And so everyone loves free prizes. So they haven't decided yet what the prize is if you hit Success Club. In the past, they've been a tank top, or they've been, I've got it here, a massage wand, which if you're doing 645, I use this on my butt cheeks about every other day because he makes my yams hurt so bad. And so they did a massage wand. If your whole team hit Success Club, you got a Control Freak hoodie, which was like special, right? Because it was only for that thing, and it's really cute. Oh, I'm clicking buttons. And then the top two teams in each region got Fitbits. So we all got Fitbits that said Team Beachbody on them. And even if you have a watch, like I have an Apple Watch, but I think I'm either gonna do a giveaway next month, or I'm going to give it to my mom for Christmas. I don't know. I'm indecisive. And then this time, which is exciting, if your team hits Success Club, you actually get 100 bonus points, which is like $100 in our language, right? So if your whole Team Cup team hits Success Club, you get $100, which I think is the best prize because I like money. Like, sweatshirts are cool, but money. So you can do what you want with it, buy what you want. And so then they haven't announced they're doing this year, or this Team Cup, they're doing the top 10 teams get a prize. So that's pretty cool because I think even my first time ever doing it, we were number 10. And so guys, I'm telling you that because it's really doable, because the girls on my team were no one who's like, there's nothing magical or fancy. We had people on our team who had never hit Success Club before. We had people on our team who really struggled to hit Success Club. Like, it wasn't like we were magical unicorns who like Success Club always came easy to us. So like Team Cup was just easy for us because it wasn't. It just took a lot of work. And so now top 10 teams get a prize. And then I think they said the top Team Beachbody Team Cup Challenge winners, they get $1,000, which is pretty cool. So that will be exciting. I don't know what they're going to do for Success Club. It's tank top, wand. I guess I don't know what other prizes have been. One year it was a director's chair if the whole team hit it. But I love free stuff because out of that Team Cup, I think we calculated it, we got about $250 in free prizes, which is pretty neat. Okay. So how you earn points, because it's all on a point system, is that you get for every success club point, you get 1 cup point, and then every lifetime rank advancement, you get 3 cup points. And here's the thing, if you're a newer coach, actually it's so much easier for you to rank advance than it is for like Angie, Andrea, and I can't see the others. They're just my people on the top here. Because for us, like we have to now raise up a new diamond to rank advance. And we couldn't even, I guess if like I went into qualification like this week, I could rank advance in October. But once you hit diamond, your next ranks you have to hold for 6 weeks. So we can't even rank advance within 6 weeks of, or within the 4 weeks of Team Cup. So actually, if you are a newer coach that is either at Emerald, not even at Emerald, or if you're at Emerald and going to the next step, it's actually more feasible for you to get these cup points. So don't think just because you are a newer coach, you're not as beneficial, because you are, and kind of have an advantage here. The only thing is the limit of 40 cup points per coach. So if my first Team Cup I ever did, I hit SC 36, which was crazy. So like I had 36 cup points. And so if I would have had 4 more, I would have been like capped out. So you can't have someone who gets like 142 points and they carry your whole team. Okay. So that's kind of, the points are simple. In the past, they've done different things. Like if you're a newer coach, you got points. If you had a bod group, you got points. But I looked into the FAQ today, and this is all it's listing for points. So they might change that in the upcoming months, not months, because it's next month, weeks or days. But for now, that's all they have listed. What support is there? So I'm assuming this year they're still going to do tips for Team Cup, and maybe they're not on Fridays anymore. Maybe they're on a different day. But if you're not a part of the Beachbody Champions, I should say Beachbody Champions group on Facebook, you really should be, because corporate posts a lot of stuff there that's like specific to coaches that they don't want out to the general public. Not that they don't want the general public to know it. It's just that like the general public doesn't need the FAQ numbers. They don't need to know all the random things like that. But every Friday, they have tips about like what other coaches are doing. And they would probably even do it on the national wake up call. I'm guessing they might do a short minute at the beginning, because they did in August that bod squad promotion. And so they had a minute of like how to find your bod squad. And it was just 60 seconds of quick tips on how to do your best. And those are really helpful. There's also weekly status emails. So watching those to know where you're at, what's going on. Your team Facebook messages. We've always done message threads between our teams, and that helps a lot, just being in literal. And if you listen to anyone who's been successful in Team Cup, they literally just say constant contact is the biggest key of success. Like constantly asking questions to each other, constantly motivating each other, constantly pushing each other to do trackers, that kind of stuff. Team Cup activity tracker workbook, they actually have a whole thing that goes through weekly goals, goes through your tracker, goes through all of those things. And then coming on the team calls on Sundays, I am so thankful 10 other humans are with me here, because these team calls are one of the most important things of moving things forward, just because you're learning, you're growing, and it's important to be here, along with the national wake up call on Mondays. If you don't watch those, I can tell you this past like few months, they have tenfold gotten way better. They used to just kind of be the same thing over and over again. Whereas I feel like now they're a lot more like a wake up call. At least I've thought they've been a lot more action driven and just, I don't know, overall better. Business tip Tuesdays that I have missed for the past like 2 or 3 weeks, because my life is a mess and I need to get it together. And then I'm going to bring back Thursday hustle half hours, time pending, but when I'll be on Zoom for sure. And so like we used to do kind of like a team call, but you get on and everyone goes through the tracker together in half an hour. So bringing those back. Okay. So how do you become successful with Team Cup? The number one thing is doing your freaking tracker. And I'm a testament of that this month, because I have neglected my tracker probably about half the month, and I am finding myself really struggling to get back in the groove. They say the hardest day to do your tracker, or like the hardest day to do anything is the day after you don't. So the biggest thing is just doing it every single day, getting in the groove and keeping that, because they always talk about the people, like, I maybe won't see the immediate effect not doing my tracker like this month, but in a few months I'm going to be even struggling more, because people aren't going to, I'm not going to have those follow-ups and stuff like that, because typically the things you do now impact your business like 3 to 6 to 9 months from now. Okay. Number 2 is share what you are doing. Share it all the time, right? Some people, you wouldn't even know they're a Beachbody coach, which maybe that's how they want it, right? But if you're not putting yourself out there, no one's going to know they can join you. And then you end up with the awkward, like your friend signs up through someone else because they didn't even know you were a Beachbody coach, or people don't even know that they're able to sign up through you. A lot of people don't know how the system works. I've had tons of people who just go on to beachbody.com, sign up for on demand, and then come to find out they'll message me like 2 months into it and be like, I bought Beachbody 2 months ago, but I can't stay consistent. Can you help me? And I'm like, yes. Like, I wish you would have just come to me in the beginning, and I post every day and I post all the time about it, but there's things I could be sharing more to help people understand they can come with me. The third thing is engage with people. Talk to people you haven't talked to in a long time. Comment on posts, reply to stories, engage more, because then you are building these connections. Because we talk about all the time, building connections is what gets you ahead in this business. It is really a relationship business. And so people don't think you're salesy when you've had a conversation, you build a relationship, and then you're like, hey, I have this going on. Like, would you want to check it out? And to be honest, guys, I think 90% of the people I know now are in some sort of network marketing business. Okay, that's a really high number, so probably not true. 50% maybe are in it. So constantly people are hearing the noise of like the product sales, that kind of stuff. But how can you be different in that? I know I get really annoyed when people just message me and are like, hey, try this product, or like, hey, it's that Savvy workout clothes business. They always message me and are like, I see you like fitness. You should try these workout clothes. And I'm like, you don't even know me. You don't even follow me. You don't even know who I am. Leave me alone. I usually say that's not the best way to run your business, but whatever. Personally, invite. So the thing is invites are the scariest thing on the planet. I know that we are all terrified of them sometimes. Once you do them, you're like, well, whatever, it's not that bad. I didn't die, so who cares? But they use the analogy, you'll hear it 10 times over, right? If someone invites you to a birthday party through Facebook, like I think of a baby shower, right? I just got an invite to a baby shower today through Facebook, through like the person's mom invited me on Facebook. And I'm like, so do you really want me to come? Or like, are you just inviting me because like her and I like hung out a time or two, and then you feel awkward, like, should I really come? But when you get an invite in the mail, or someone like personally says like, hey, Angie, I want you to come to my baby shower, you're like, yeah, like I'll come for sure. Whereas like if you get the thing on Facebook, like most likely you don't respond right away and then you forget about it. Okay. So personally invite them. The worst thing they can say is no. Okay. And then follow up. The big thing in Team Cup that I do is I follow up with every single human being I've talked to that month that has responded to my messages. So that's where my tracking comes into play. But I just send a message about how, I don't know, I'm going to be sending messages here because, guys, believe it or not, we're almost to the last 100 days of the year. There's 103 days left in 2021. So I'm talking to people about getting ready for the holidays because no one likes when you go to the holidays and people are like, oh, you've gained weight. I don't know, maybe my family's just rude like that, right? But like my family would say things like that of like, oh, I've seen you like packed on the pounds or something. Or I'm like, with all the treats, you don't want to feel like crap. You want to feel good, and you want to not feel like you eat all the Halloween candy and then feel sick. So talking about that and getting into 2022 goals, which is just crazy because we don't have long and soon it'll be 2022. Thank God I need another year over with and closer to getting out of this stupid COVID crap. But what do I invite to? So what do we invite to? Number one is 645. If you haven't tried 645, you should. It's not everyone's cup of tea. Like, to be honest, I am over it. I'm ready to like move on to job 1 in December because 45-minute workouts are killing me, but it's a good program. It is really good. It just, for me, I'm like, give me the 20-minute workouts. So invite to maybe something you're passionate about. Like, I could invite to Let's Get Up all day long because I think it's the easiest way to create a fitness routine because it doesn't feel like a workout. Now, Angie's not going to invite to Let's Get Up because she thinks it's the dumbest thing on the planet. Like, and she's never said that to me, but like, she hates dancing and like, you couldn't ever like see Angie doing it. And so maybe like, she's not going to be like, do this program that I love when she doesn't love it. Sell what you love, because then you're not really selling. You're just telling them what works. Invite to your current challenge group, whatever that is. In my challenge group, I have had a different theme every month. So every month I have something to invite to, and I use that theme. Okay. Sending coach invites are always important. I'm sure I will be doing an October free group for my downline, or whoever wants to do it, I guess, an October free group. And then body is a huge one to invite to because it is very new, innovative. It's something people want to do, the mixed bike, and you can't tell yourself who wants the mixed bike and who doesn't because of the price tag, because they're offering financing for $37 a month. Guys, most people pay like $100 a month alone for their cell phone. Like 35, I think it's $37 a month for 36 months. Like, that's really not that outrageous. So you can't say like, oh, well, they'll never buy that. Okay. So invite to those things as well.
Just remember that people are buying Pelotons for like 3 times the price. So don't say that they're not going to buy the bike.
Yeah. And I have been making a joke about, how we have Peloton's leading fitness trainer came to Beachbody. I kind of make a joke about that because I do want them to understand. I don't know why I can't get the thing in the top. Oh, there we go. That's not what I want. I got to move you guys because I can't see anything. There we go. I couldn't see any of your faces. It was all blocked and it was bothering me. I like make a joke about it because I don't want people to think like Beachbody doesn't know what they're doing. Like, we're just throwing something out there and hoping it'll stick and following the trend. Like, no, like we do have like leading trainers. Another thing, just because we are talking about the bike, I did look into today. They do have to have body. I thought that if they got the bike, there was a workout program on like BOD that they would get, but it did say they have to have body when they get the bike, like for the workouts for the bike. So that is important to note too, because that's like $20 a month, or they can pay, I think it's $169 or something prorated in September that they can get for a year and stuff like that. And so just look into that. There's so much, like, guys, the way I get all my knowledge on it all is dig in the FAQs. They have all those like frequently asked questions. They have all those for a reason, and you can find a ton of information on that, on all that stuff, so that when people ask you questions, you know about it and you don't give them the wrong answer. Because I almost gave someone the wrong answer today, and I was like, probably should look this up because I look pretty silly if they order the bike and then I'm like, oops, yeah, like here's another $20 you have to spend a month that I forgot to tell you about, because then someone would probably be pissed off. But when you're up front, they're not going to care. Not that they won't care about the price, but you get what I'm saying. Okay. So back to this. Oh, go ahead.
Can I just insert something for you quick?
Yeah.
I don't want to like be a negative Nancy, but the Peloton bikes, I thought they were like $3,000, and then I saw like a weird, I don't know, like an ad or something. So I looked into it, and like they're only at $1,500 now. So like before we go and like are blasting it that like it's half the price or something, like just to be aware of.
I wonder if that's their older models or what.
I don't know. It just says the original Peloton bike now at its best price ever. But when you go to their website, that's the only bike that I see. So
I also wonder. Oh, go ahead.
I also think that the Peloton bike, though, you pay for the bike, but you also have to pay a lot for the Peloton app.
yeah, it's
Correct.
like $30 or some dollars.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
But this is
Yeah.
also the original, so it's like their first model of it.
Okay.
But the other thing with it is that right, Peloton probably lowered their price because we saw this
Yeah.
like relating it to cattle drugs, right? Like there was a company that came out with something equivalent to Draxxin. And so Draxxin did a huge rebate, like $500 off. So it was the same price. But that is something to be aware of. Yeah, Peloton Bike Plus membership is $60 a month. So to get your workouts each week, you have to do it for $60 a month.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, I read another thing too today that just said, like, don't compare it too much. Like, kind of like how we don't compare, right? When someone asks like, well, what's the difference between Shakeology and Herbalife? And like, I just say like, I don't take Herbalife, so I don't know the difference. Like, I could just tell, like, I wouldn't obviously like compare too much to the Peloton just because it is going to be different. But yeah, I'm sure Peloton maybe has had to drop their prices because they realize that people aren't going to pay. I mean, there are some people who will pay $3,000 for a bike, but I'm not paying $3,000 for a bike. The other thing to tell people is that the price changes, what is it, like October 15th? So it'll actually go up like what, I don't remember how many hundreds of dollars it goes up, but it's a few, like $100 to, I don't know, $300 it goes up after October. So this is special pricing now that isn't locked in. So if they're thinking about getting the bike, it is a good idea to get it if they want it. So on here, we talked about, like, I haven't really coached before. We have a lot of new coaches or people who maybe really haven't gone after it, like very intensely, which is totally fine. But I don't want you to count yourself out of Team Cup because some people are like, well, I don't want to be that person that lets my team down. Your team will be here for you and your team will raise you up and the team will help you with what you need to know. So don't go into it thinking like, well, what if I'm the one person? Because no one is going to be like, oh, I can't believe that because of you, we didn't get $100. Like no one on this team would ever say anything like that. And so don't let, because that's just a self-limiting belief that like, well, I haven't really coached before, so I can't be successful. Like that's straight garbage. So don't let yourself use that as an excuse to not do Team Cup because it's all about learning. Okay. And then the time is right here. If the time is right here, this time right here can change everything if you let it. Team Cup, and I bet Angie could speak on this, other people on the call could speak on this, but Team Cup has been, each month I do Team Cup, that is what accelerates my business to the next level. And so wherever you're at, it is kind of what each time brings me up another step. And one thing our team did last time that I highly encourage is we all got the 5-second rule. We all got the same PD book and we all read it together, which was really cool. Like obviously not together, but we were reading that book and could like make references to it, which was really cool. So I encourage you and your Team Cup team, whoever that may be, to get a book and all read it together because I thought it was something that was very beneficial to us and picking out something that was pertinent to like the things we needed to work on as individuals, but as a team. So this October can completely change everything for you. It can change everything in your coaching business if you let it, but you have to say yes to it. So what questions do you have about Team Cup, body, mixed bike, questions in general, I guess?
Could you give a breakdown of the absolute deadline to sign up?
Yes.
Like what type of coaches there, I believe, X number of diamonds per team, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So the deadline to sign up is October 5th, but obviously finalizing teams is usually a good idea, like September, so that like going into October, you can start on October 1st, hitting the ground running, right? So like we want to try to register our teams before the end of September. Also, there are things that can happen, like if someone does an email wrong or a coach ID wrong, they don't have, like, then they send the team leader an email and say like, hey, something's up, you got to fix this before you can do your team. So the deadline is end of September. We will be putting teams together, and I don't know, maybe we do a big thread in Self-Love Dynasty. I don't really care how we want to do it for people who want to do Team Cup. And then the breakdown of who can be on a team is you can have 2 diamonds, but only 1 star diamond coach. And then obviously the rank below that doesn't matter. So like, for example, Andrea and I could not be on a team together because our lifetime rank, and it always goes by your lifetime rank, not your paid rank. Since both our lifetime ranks are star diamonds, we couldn't be on a team together. But Angie's a diamond and I'm a star diamond, so we could be on a team together, if that makes sense. But I'm really encouraging this team cup. I'd really encourage you, if you do have a downline, start trying to get your downline together. So I would really encourage, like, I even told Angie, like, who's going to be, like, who from your downline is going to be on your team cup team? Because I think it's just really unique when you get to, like, bring together people who maybe are newer or people who haven't done it before and keep going and stuff like that. And so there's no right or wrong way to compose a team, right? And it kind of depends on what your goal. Like last time when we did a team cup team, like we were in it to win it. Now, like I am in it to help people that are maybe inconsistent or just starting have a leader and a mentor that they can look up to and kind of walk them through how to be a successful coach. So yeah, I think that answered the questions. I would say the end of September is the deadline. September, I think there's only 30 days in September. Don't judge me because I don't know what. Yes, 30 days. I used to always do the little knuckle thing in elementary, and now I don't know that anymore. So any other questions about Team Cup? I think it's really fun. Okay, that sounds good. It is 8:33. Oh, man, 30 minutes. That's what I love. So if you want to do Team Cup, I will post. You want me to do a post in Self Love Dynasty, Andrea? Okay, I will post in Self Love Dynasty. I know there's been a few people who have posted in our group that they want to do Team Cup, but we'll do the big one over there. And if you have people in your downline or you have someone who you think should do Team Cup with you, message them and talk to them about it. Because again, we go back to the personal invite to join Beachbody. A lot of people might look at the Team Cup thing and be like, oh, well, that's not for me. I've never really been in it. You know, I've never really coached, so I'm not a good fit for it. But that's a lie.
Yeah.
Anyway,
some people have already signed up and created teams, but I definitely don't want anyone to feel left out. So that's why I think just having one post where, you know, drop your name if you're interested, because we will create a team. Like some of us have spouse accounts that we can use to sign up. So we will formulate a team around everybody that wants to be involved. So
exactly. I'm pretty, and I don't know if they've done it. I just thought of this too. I don't know if it's the same way, but I'm pretty sure I saw that when someone else rank advanced, this happened to our Team Cup team last time. When they're downline, when a coach, one of their personally sponsored coaches rank advanced, they got the 3 points too. So I'm wondering if that is another way. I just thought of that like if Cheyenne, she's one of Angie's personally sponsored coaches, I think, if she went Emerald, then Angie would also get 3 points towards Team Cup. So it's kind of fun. You get to like double dip and you get 6 points if that's still the thing. I never saw it in the rules any other time, but that happened. That showed up on our Team Cup last time. So
yeah, they have different rules every single time. And I mean, they just tweak it a little bit here and there. It's not like different every time, but they have just neat little ways to earn points. So if they haven't brought it up in the FAQ, it's probably not this time, but never know. They seem to be a little behind the ball on getting all of it rolled out. So
they're probably preparing for the 21st and their big launch.
Yeah.
So, but okay, that sounds good. Make sure you comment on that post and I will see you guys later.